Tupperware containers, one of which holds exactly 100 Reese's Pieces.
All right, and Brittany, since you are our billing student here today,
Yay!
I want you to divide this into half. Like, just kind of eyeball
arbitrarily,
it.
just kind of chunk and then slide.
Pick half, make half. All right. So, half-life, radioactive half-life.
Sticking.
Yes, is not an exact measurement. Like, every radioactive element has a different half-life. What half-life refers to is the amount of time it takes a given radioactive element to lose half of its radioactivity.
Right.
So in 100 years.
So, like, for an element with a 100-year half-life, in 100 years, half of it's going to go away.
Right.
Yep.
And one of the things that happens during that half-life period is it then decays down into a more stable other element.
Okay.
So, like, if this is my, where's my, I have a chart. I got my chart. I need my chart. I brought a chart
So
just for
basically,
this.
half of it that has now decayed into the more stable thing, I still have half of the original that is considered radioactive.
Yeah, so this is still as radioactive as it's always been.
Okay.
It's still over here doing its thing.
Right.
Right.
And, like, sometimes it decays from, like, one isotope to a different isotope. Sometimes it decays into an entirely new atomic thing. So, like, we've got uranium right here. Okay. And it has, over the course of, like, 4.5 times 10 to the 9th power years.
Can we put that in whole numbers?
A bunch.
Oh, good.
Has decayed into an equal amount of thorium, which is a different material.
Okay.
And it's got its own independent half-life. So if you will divide it in half again, so now, like, this thing is still over here having its half-life.
Right.
So when it gets to its half-life, whatever that is, it will
Separate again.
separate again.
And then one of those will turn into thorium.
Yeah, until, like, part of this group will now become thorium.
Okay.
But
now, does
thorium-
that join the other
No,
thorium, or is it now
this
its
is
own
decaying at a different rate. Because,
Got it.
like, this has been undergoing half-life, and this has been undergoing half-life at a different rate. So, like, this thorium will decay per its half-life, and this thorium will decay per its half-life.
Okay.
So, thorium group over here is going to divide again at the end of its half-life. So, cut me some thorium in half.
Where's the other?
Over the tail.
Oh, it's in my lap. All right. So
you
that thorium is going to go away.
It's chocolate.
And some of that will also go away at the end of its half-life.
Right.
And at this point, like, that thorium will eventually, through multi-steps, become a stable isotope. So it will go all the way through its chain of decay, and eventually it comes down to, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it becomes a stable isotope.
Where is it?
PB205, which is lead. It decays to lead.
Yeah.
There we go, I'm looking at the wrong column.
Okay.
So eventually we go from uranium to thorium,
Thorium.
eventually, after millions of years, to lead,
Yes.
which is inert.
This is B.
Which is
Right.
why they use it to contain things that are irradiated.
Because it's very hard to excite lead, and it's inert.
Lead is super chill.
Yeah.
Lead is...
Lead ain't got time for none of your shit.